Hi Booktube, it's Gina and I'm here today on a beautiful sunny Tuesday in the Pacific Northwest to talk about my upcoming long weekend for Memorial Day. Now, I saw a fantastic idea on Kelly at Books I'm Not Reading's channel. She has a series, I don't know if she'd even call it a series, but it's a video where she does a fake crate. And the fake crate is actually a sort of imaginary book delivery box. So she talks about, those book deliveries that you get where it includes snacks and a book and some little treats. And this most recent one she's done one with like a Charles Dickens fake crate and lots of other fun ones. But this most recent one she did was her mental health staycation fake crate. And it just sounded like such a wonderful idea. And I thought, since I have a long weekend coming up, I'm gonna do a staycation fake crate where I pulled together some fun things that I want to do over the weekend to rejuvenate and relax and just enjoy the one extra day off work and some time at home with my cats and my husband. So my fake crate it's in a box here, my storage box, which is a little soft, squishy thing that I got at Daiso, the dollar store, which I think is just cute as a button. I've actually been using this just kind of sitting here when I want to just gather up some things for videos. Had been putting books in there, but I thought this is a perfect fake crate. So in my fake crate I'm going to talk about the books first. So my weekend reading usually includes something cozy. Now, this would be a good relaxing bathtub book or something to just peruse with a glass of wine or a cup of coffee in the morning. And this is How to Hygge, The Secrets of Nordic Living by Signe Johansson. Isn't that wonderful? And of course, for a relaxing, cozy staycation, you have got to include some hygge. And this is just a wonderful book. This chapter is called Healthy Hedonism, and it just talks about like ways to enjoy your day and make your day more beautiful. It's got sections on setting the pace and keeping calm, the seasons, listless insomnia, and long hibernation. So it's just a really beautiful book, which is right up my alley. Hygge/cozy is one of the things I love. So I will definitely be spending some time just using this book. I love to flip through coffee table books, and I've got lots of these beautiful books that I use to just help me relax and get in the mood for relaxing. And then this is what I will be reading this weekend. This is Some Tame Gazelle by Barbara Pym. I love these early mid-century, mid-20th century women authors. Barbara Pym is wonderful. I'm reading right now D. Stevenson's Smoldering Fire on my Kindle, and I'll be done with that one by this weekend. So this will be what I will pick up, because these ladies are the best when you want to just relax with some cozy writing and some funny stories. This one's, I think, I'm going to be a little bit on the funny side. It's two sisters who are spinsters, and there's a curate and a clergyman who gets sort of involved with them, and it just sounds like it's going to be wonderful. So I will be reading Some Tame Gazelle this weekend. And then, of course, there will be videos, and I'm going to watch, I decided, this I already owned, I haven't watched it in a while, but this is the box set, I've got all of them, of Hetty Wainthropp Investigates. Now, if you have not seen Hetty Wainthropp Investigates, This is a fantastic, cozy series. Patricia Rutledge is Hetty Wainthropp. She is a soon-to-be retiree. She doesn't want to retire. She's very active, and she decides to start a detective agency. And I don't know about you, but I love Patricia Rutledge. She is one of my all-time favorite actors. She's fantastic. I love her in Keeping Up Appearances. I love her in this. My favorite scenes in these videos, and they're usually about an hour long, is her scenes at home, making dinner, drinking tea with her husband, and they got scenes where they're just kind of sitting around the house, and I just love those. I love settings in books. I love settings in videos, so I'm going to be watching some cozy Hetty Wainthropp Investigates this weekend, which is just fantastic. And then I also got this. I did buy some new things, which is I don't usually do, but I thought I'm gonna have a cozy weekend at home. I must have some magazines. So I did at Barnes & Noble. I picked up, these are so much fun. English Cottage, isn't that pretty? French Country Home. You could probably start seeing a theme here. Country Living, the British edition, and Cottage Style by Better Homes and Gardens. And I love cottage style. I love sort of country. I live in a rural area, and my sort of vibe is definitely country. And I have not bought magazines in a long time. This magazine, you guys, was $13. This is why I don't buy magazines anymore. I got to the checkout desk and I was like, what? But I haven't bought them for a long time, so I thought, it's fine, it's worth it. I'm gonna spend some money on magazines. Back in my 20s, this was way before the days of the internet and blogs. I read a lot of magazines and I loved them, but I stopped reading magazines because I found them really negatively influencing my shopping habits and my finding things to want habits. And so I sort of cut out magazines. Of course, internet has now taken the place of that, making me find things to want. But I thought I'm going to pick up some magazines, and there's something so satisfying just about flipping through a magazine and just kind of looking at the pictures. And I love the idea of just sitting on the porch with a glass of wine and reading a magazine. Speaking of a glass of wine, there will also be wine this weekend. This is my very favorite wine by Alexandria Nicole. This is actually a Shepherd's Mark from 2019. My all-time favorite is their Viognier. It's such a good summer deck wine. It's crisp and light and fruity. But since I couldn't find the Viognier at the wine store, I bought a Shepherd's Mark for the weekend. Destiny Ridge Vineyard in Horse Heaven Hills, which is out sort of in Yakima, which is the warm side of the mountains in Washington State. I will be cleaning the house before the weekend. I will be making sure my bed is freshly made and my sheets are clean and everything is smelling fresh and clean. The bathtub will get a scrub because I want to relax this weekend and not do any chores, not have to do any cleaning. There will also be music, and I've got a turntable, and I've picked this record. This is Elton John, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, one of my favorite records. I was talking about, in one of my videos where we were talking about rock and roll, somebody mentioned Elton John, and I remembered I had this record, and so I pulled this out. The reason that I like to listen to records like this on sort of long weekends or times when I actually have time to listen is because this record was meant to be not just kind of put on in the background and scrambled and listened to, but to listen to from beginning to end. I feel like one thing we miss when we just put on a playlist, which I do love, by the way. I love my electronic playlists. But you miss the aesthetic of putting on a record, listening to it from start to finish, the way in which the artist intended for you to hear it. And maybe that's not the intent anymore these days, but I still feel like there are reasons that they put songs in a certain order, and I like to listen to them in that order. Now, of course, I mean, the other thing that I love about records is look at this big old liner notes. I mean, this is just wonderful. So I will be listening to this from start to finish on my turntable as part of my relaxing weekend. Now, I love the idea of doing this fake crate. I think it's so much fun to think about the books that we have at home, ways to put them together, ways to think about reading them. And so for a sort of a cozy staycation, I really wanted to pull together some of the things that I had already at home that were cozy and hygge: books, videos, got some new magazines, so I did spend a little bit of money, but you don't have to spend money. You could look around your house and see what things you already have to make a cozy staycation. So cooking some nice food, having some drinks, if you don't drink wine, making yourself a special drink, I think is just really relaxing and enjoyable way to spend some time off. So I hope that you all are going to be able to relax a little bit and take some time to enjoy yourselves, and I will talk to you soon.